Well, hello to all of our Earth2 friends and family. We're back with a Sunday night opinion piece. So, there has been a recent attempt by Shane to extend an olive branch to one of our biggest critics to date. Although many in the community felt the need to set the record straight, there were others who just simply didn't see the need. This is Earth2 in the Know, and let's get into it. So, as we all know, Earth2 has faced some critics, and it's been the focus of many videos for creators who do deep dives on questionable projects, quote unquote. We received a bit of a reputation as a project and as a community, and it was not a flattering one. Many of our own team players have crumbled by the wayside and left the community. For some reason, now that seems to be easily forgotten. This is not to say that at the time they may have not had valid concerns from their point of view, only that in a few years not many people will even remember what they were. So why is it that there's such an aggressive opposition to the project and its supporters? Quite frankly, it boils down to a few different factors. There is the obvious reason of creating FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and its counterpart, malicious intent. We know what you're going to say. Isn't that basically the same thing? They are actually not. One is being unsure about the tech or the purpose involved with the project and raising concerns, while the other is deliberately spreading lies and damaging the reputation of a company or a single business operator. One is actually punishable by law, while the other is not. We have to look at the psychology of this mindset to truly understand it. What is it that they hope to acquire by attacking certain individuals in a project? Just a short list includes things like swaying public confidence, lowering the company's morale levels, spreading misinformation, increasing stress levels, and distracting the company from finishing tasks. Typically, you will see these type of Cold War activity tactics in people who have left startups and no longer want the company to be a success. Another reason you will see this is the one that most people in the community have seen firsthand, and that is that the person putting forth the effort has something to personally gain. In most cases, when this happens, it's market share. In our case, however, it seems to be clicks for pay. So here's where the debate turns to a question of benefits. Do we counter these aggressive moves by outsiders, or let the team continue to release the product to be the only answer the world needs? There seems to be a few different opinions in the community socials about how to handle these threats, with some suggesting to reply with facts and hope that they see for themselves the truth, yet others wanting to take legal recourse. So where do you stand in this debate? The channel would love to know what you think the best course of action is. There is something to be said about taking the high roads in cases like these when you are trying to build something and keeping certain legal matters close to the chest. So I doubt the community will ever know if these things do indeed get passed to legal. All we can say is bravo to Shane & Co. for trying to be the bigger person in this situation. In the meantime, we do have a few creators creating responses to these attacks on the community in true battle form. And to them we say, Godspeed warriors, may your words slice like lightning. We all know the damage that comes from sitting in silence with a big sword. However, we must also consider where the sword swings. Up to this point, the product has done very well in keeping those in the know attracted to its progress. Of course, there have been some bumps and bruises along the way, but this is pretty common in startups. However, to say that the progress has not been noticeable up to this point, we feel that's a bit unfair. Many players are already in the green on their initial investment, and the game hasn't even launched yet. Do keep in mind that we're getting ready to start learning more about the pre-alpha testing, again, creating more validity to the long-term end goal. The future looks bright for those who have been loyal to the product. Active players are already being rewarded for the time they spend on the site. Here is the important thing to remember. Once a person has profited off of a particular narrative, it will be hard to get them to stop using it. Also, if a person has committed massive amounts of energy to try to discredit something, they're probably not going to wake up one day and say, you know, I was wrong about everything. Let me apologize. The human ego can be a very fragile thing, especially when it comes to things that have the ability to create a new revenue stream. Sometimes it's better to just let Schmeagol chase the ring. The whole point of this editor's opinion piece was that no matter how you feel about the newest round of attacks on the project and its community, the one thing that you can depend on is that we're all going through this together. There may be spies among us. There may be people who share laughs with us while having evil in their heart. But in the end, they will eventually fade away. For us here at the channel, we're looking forward to all of the great content that will be put out to counter these falsities that many YouTubers are once again pulling out of the ashes. And we even intend on collabing with a few just to present the actual numbers. If this is your first time on the channel, we would like to welcome you and invite you to stick around by pushing that subscribe button. We do weekly giveaways and near daily updates. Plus, the community is pretty awesome. We also, of course, want to thank all of our regular viewers for always showing up and interacting with the video. Here at E2I2K, we advise you to really dig into the facts if you are in fact interested in understanding how E2 operates. There is no false narrative to pull funds from its players. We were all adults who bought into something, never having an idea on how it was going to turn out. That's how startups work. If you ask some players, it's the best thing that has ever happened to them. One couple is even engaged now, thanks to the project. We as players are, for the most part, sitting on the edge of our seat, waiting for the next big release. Just to keep it real, are there former players unhappy with the project? Sure. However, we hope this is something that they can get past in time and rejoin us on a platform that they at once were super excited to be a part of. Unfortunately, on Earth-1, a trait is that there always seems to be room for conflict. However, there is seldom enough room for understanding the opponent. We should change that. Thanks so much to everyone who tuned in and checked out the Sunday night opinion piece. It's been fun. Be on the lookout for videos from our partner channels at RobinArg and at Earth2 Insight for direct counters to these new defamation videos released by people who are trying once again to be relevant and farm interactions from the E2 community for profit. Do not click the scam tubers videos. Don't watch them. Don't give them the comments. Just ignore them. That's how they don't make money. Until our next time, we wish all of you nothing but the best of success and many brilliant jewels in the future. Sadly, we must say goodbye for now, but as you know, never for very long. As always, we cannot wait to see you in the Earth 2 metaverse. Hopefully happy and carefree and having the time of your life. Until next time.